Hello, good evening everyone, how are we all doing? It's all right, I do get, I can't see a thing with the lights in my eyes, but hey, that's rock and roll, innit? Welcome to Stratford Playhouse for this marvellous event. The Street Arts Project have been going for a few years, and I've done little bits and pieces with them in the past, and I'm really pleased and honoured, actually, that I've been asked to come back, because it doesn't happen that often, getting asked to come. Oh, Spoz. And my name's Spoz, by the way. Everyone calls me Spoz. My real name is Giovanni Esposito, and as you can tell from my accent, I'm Italian. Yeah, no, I'm from Birmingham. They let Brummies into Stratford every now and again, which is nice. But I would like to, say thanks very much for asking me along, Street Arts Project. That's brilliant. And to tell you a little bit more before we start the music and a little bit of poetry and stuff like that, to tell you a little bit more about the Street Arts Project, I'd like to invite Kate Rolfe up onto the stage, if that's all right, just to tell us a little bit about the project and how it's been going and all the marvellous fundraising. Now, Kate is the patron for Street Arts Project. Is she around? Kate, give me a wave. Here she is. Shall I pass this down to you? 'Cause there's a lot of waves, a lot of stuff going on here.
Oh, I should have worn my mask, shouldn't I?
Don't worry, I'm all good.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate Rolfe, Street Arts. Tell you a little bit about the project. Well, Street Arts are a fantastic organisation that support the vulnerable and the homeless in Stratford-upon-Avon. And without them, things would be not as good as they are, because they are a brilliant bunch of people, a very small bunch of people that rely on very little money, and they feed people, and they do miraculous things. And they also have this project that helps guys play instruments, sing, perform. It gives them a huge amount of confidence, and that's why you're here tonight, because you're going to listen to these amazing musicians and some of the homeless people, and they're going to sing to you and they're going to play to you, and it's going to be brilliant. But the one thing I am going to ask you is that at some stage, because I am the sort of person that I am, I'm going to come round and I'm going to hassle you with a bucket, because this concert is free. But of course, they rely on money. So I'm gonna put this bucket in front of you during the interval, and I hope that you'll give very, very generously. I'm really glad that you're all here tonight. I hope you enjoy yourself, and please buy the album. If I can tell you that I played the album this afternoon on repeat, all afternoon, and it's absolutely terrific. It really is terrific music, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So please give generously, and I'll see you all later. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Kate. That's actually something we do need to point out as well. The album, yes, you can buy the album over there. There's stuff to buy over there. There's even a copy of my book. So all profits from that are going to the project as well. So you can buy two things, the CD and the book. And I think there's probably other stuff for sale over there as well. So yeah, that'll be brilliant. And please put as much as you can into the buckets. That'll be brilliant. Yes, and one other thing actually, all the artists this evening have given their time for free, so I think we ought to give them all a massive round of applause. Yeah, everyone's doing it for free except for me. I'm Gary Barlow and I charge a lot of... No, I'm joking. No. Let's not. What do you mean you wish I was Gary Barlow? Or Barry Garlow. I could be Barry Garlow. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a poet. Oh yes, I am. I'm a poet. I do a lot of poetry with young people all over the country. In fact, I was in Coventry yesterday working with some Key Stage 2 students, and I had great pleasure when I said, do you know any famous poets? The one lad said, yeah, Shakespeare. And I went, yeah, he's just from up the road, innit? I love popping into Stratford-upon-Avon and reminding everyone in Stratford that they have a Coventry postcode. Ooh. Anyway, so I thought I'd start off with a little poem, if that's all right. This is an audience participation poem. Oh, yes, it is. Thank you for that. This is a little poem. I thought I'd start light before we talk about why we're here. So this is a poem about my dad. My dad was 93 last week. My dad's Italian, and he used to really enjoy embarrassing us at family functions with his dancing. I think there's a few young men in here this evening who have done similar. Yeah. So this is a little poem called Disco Dad. It's got rhyming in it. When I go like this, if you think you know what the next word is based on the rhyme, shout it back at me and we'll see if you get it right. Goes like this. Disco Daddy's on the floor. He's had a drink or three or more. The guests are heading for the exit. As Disco Dad puts lives at risk, he twists and nearly slips his disc. He's going to put his back out. He's going to have a blackout and embarrass me even more than he's doing. His toupee needs a bit of... As he jumps and jives in his blue suede. Shoe-ing. Gotta get the rhyme right. Now, Disco Dad don't care for fashion. Got his flares from the local cash and carry with his best mate Barry, whose dress sense is as bad as his. You kids don't know what real music is. I bet a few guys in here have said that. You know, you kids don't know what real music is. Back in my day, bands could play. None of this techno notice. Yes, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Now shut up and sit down before we put you in a home. And that's the end of that poem. Thank you. Okay, so, something a little more serious. I was asked by a charity called Centrepoint, who work with homeless teenagers, and they said, "Spoz, would you write us a poem?" So I did, and I'd like to read it for you now, if that's all right. Goes like this. Blanked, like the elephant in the gloom or in the park or in the doorway that's invisible to all but a handful. You carry your mantle handed down by hearts of stone who cast off your skin and bone like a careless, absent parent's responsibility. A society built on the backs of fragility. And when our leaders lack the ability to care and take action, we will see that homeless fraction turn into double figures. We will hear the taunts and the sniggers of druggie and get a job. We will feel the frost-bitten boot at kicking out time as drunken wife-beaters stumble to their humble abodes. We will smell the trickle-down economy like the empty bladders of hedge fund managers. We will taste the bitterness of frustration as another day drags, gasping for fags. 24-hour beds of sleeping bags. Gemma faces her daily dilemma. Does she run the gauntlet of her mom's abuse and dirty looks, or take her overnight chances under the canopy of Starbucks? Other tax-dodging canopies are available. Does Tom head back to watch his mom take another smack on the chin before his well-hammered dad turns on him? Or take the grim yet relative safety of the derelict shack round the back of the garages? And while the government tells us of a winning plan, the uncomfortable truth will flush the spin down the pan. How can we watch so many ships crash against rocks before they're moored in the safety of their harbours and docks, strung up in stocks because you placed an X in the wrong box? The box of us neglecting them, that will condemn young souls to be tossed aside like spare change or a bad penny, knowing full well that one homeless life is one forgotten life too many. Thanks a lot. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please keep those applause going for the wonderful John and Geoff, who are a marvellous duo, going to entertain us with their lovely acoustic, kind of like West Coasty sort of stuff. Ladies and gents, It's Generation Jones. Give them a massive round of applause. Here they come.
Well, wasn't that a splendid start? I think another round of applause for Spoz.
Yeah.
Superb. We've come all the way from Chipping Camden to sing you a few songs. We thought we'd
We walked.
try and do some ones which are wintry themed or light themed. I'm looking forward to the days getting longer. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Saw the first snowdrops the other day. It's going to be nice. I better plug in, hadn't I? That would be a very good idea.
So yeah, we've got some wintry songs and some songs that are about fire, because we feel we need to be warmed up a bit, don't we? In the winter, and winter's quite a dark time. And we're going to start with a Lindisfarne song, which mentions the lights coming on, and we're thinking, yeah, that's nice.
Hey, Mr. Dream Seller, where have you been? Tell me, have you dreams I can see? I came along just to sing you this song. Can you spare one dream for me? You won't have met me and you'll soon forget, so don't mind me tugging at your sleeve. Amazing you if I can fix a rendezvous, 'cause your dreams are all I believe. Meet me on the corner when the lights are coming on, and I'll be there. I promise I'll be there. Down the empty streets we'll disappear into the dawn. We'll have dreams enough to share. Lay down your bundles of rags and reminders, spread your wares on the ground. I've got time if you deal in rhyme. I'm just hanging around. Meet me on the corner when the lights are coming on, and I'll be there. I promise I'll be there. Down the empty streets we'll disappear into the dawn. We'll have dreams enough to share. Na, 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 na. Hey, Mr. Dream Seller, where have you been? Tell me, have you dreams I can see? I came along just to sing you this song. Can you spare one dream for me? It's from the.
I think you have to
very
be.
much.
You have to be of a certain age to enjoy
Can
Lindisfarne.
we switch over? Yeah, that's from the songwriting of the astonishing Alan Hull. He's also famous for his mandolin playing, so I'm going to switch on to mandolin, and we're going to go on to one of John's favourite musicians, Joni Mitchell. So you want to talk them through this song?
It was just. The song was actually recorded for Joni Mitchell's debut album back in 1968, which was produced by David Crosby, but it never made the album, and then it didn't appear on an album ever until she did a best of and included it on that, even though people didn't really know it, although it had been covered already by then by various people. It's just, I love this because it's got such chill in the music and the chord sequences. It's beautiful. And Geoff does a lovely, mandolin. Thank you for this. I woke today and found frost perched on the town. It
hovered in a frozen sky, and it gobbled summer down. But when the sun turned traitor cold and all the trees stood shivering in a naked row, I get the urge for going, but I never seem to go. I get the urge for going when summer leaves come falling down, meadow grasses are turning brown, and winter's closing in. I had a love in summertime with summer-colored skin. There's not another one in town my darling's heart could win. But when the leaves fell trembling down, bully winds did wash their faces in the snow. She got the urge for going, and I had to let her go. She got the urge for going when summer leaves come falling down, meadow grasses are turning brown, and winter's closing in. Now the warriors of winter, they give a cold, triumphant shout, and all that stays is dying, and all that lives is getting out. Oh, I see those geese in chevron flight, flapping and racing on before the snow. They've got the urge for going, and they've got the wings so they can go. They've got the urge for going when summer leaves come falling down, meadow grasses are turning brown, and winter's closing in. I'll ply the fire with kindling, I'll pull the blankets to my chin, I'll block the vagrant winter out and bolt my wandering in. I'd like to call back summertime and have a stay for just another month or so. But she's got the urge for going, and I'll have to let her go. She's got the urge for going when summer leaves come falling down, meadow grasses are turning brown, and winter's closing in.
Yeah, I'll have to do. No, it was what a lovely song.
Thank you so much. And this next one's called January Song, so we thought we can't not do this. Here we are, nearly the middle of January already.
rather sorry for a man I know. The world he holds in trembling arms is asking where to go. And as he stares back out at me from the mirrored wall, I see his eyes are trying to cry, but tears they will not fall. His life is passing by behind his tired eyes, like the colours in the January skies. Useless it is to question things concerning the past. It seems so very obvious, nothing at all can last. And as surely as tomorrow will soon be yesterday, the love you thought you occupied will pass and slip away. And I need you to help me carry on. You need me, needs you, need him, need everyone. Love is such a small word for something that is so vast, for in it lies the future, the present and the past. And speaking now of changes, I sometimes feel the fear that the reason for believing will even disappear. And I need you to help me carry on. You need me, needs you, need him, need everyone. You need me, needs you, need him, need everyone. Do join in if you care to. You need me, needs you, need him, need everyone. You need me, needs you, need him, need everyone. You need me, yeah, need him, need everyone. You need me, yeah, need him, need everyone. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. You need me, needs you, need him, need everyone. You need me, needs you, need him, need everyone. Oh, everyone. Oh, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's very kind. I'm going to switch on to guitar if that's all right, Phil. Right. Nice cheery one.
I noticed this morning that there are snowdrops poking their heads out in my garden, and I was so chuffed. It really made my day. I felt better for about 5 minutes afterwards, you know. So this is Here Comes the Sun. You know this. Sing along with us. Drown us out if you can. That would be quite cool.
Here comes the sun, I said it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, I said it's all right. Little darling, it seems like ice is slowly melting. Little darling, It seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I said it's all right. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, the smiles are turning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since they've been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I said it's all right. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I said it's all right. It's all right. Thank you very much.
Let's get a bit warmer now, shall we?
If I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
Oh, the time to hesitate is through. No need to wallow in the mire. Try but only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Oh, come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
Light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. We'll try to set the night on fire. Would be untrue, or that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Oh, come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Oh, come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
Thank you. No, like a bit of Doors, is there? No. Can I switch over, Phil? Thanks. I'm going to go on to bass for a bit. Do you want to do the
Did we all have a nice Christmas? Cool. This is a Christmas song. Which you will have heard, I'm sure, because it's all over the airwaves and all over everywhere at Christmas. Coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, they're putting up reindeer, singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on, but it don't snow here, stays pretty green. Gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly away. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry, 'cause I'm so hard to handle. I'm selfish and I'm sad. I lost the best baby that I ever had. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. She tried hard to help me and put me at ease, and loved me so naughty, made me weak in the knees. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly away. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye.
Thank you. Next song is another fiery song. It's a bit of it's an arson song, really, I suppose.
Yeah, we're not condoning arson, but we do like a good bonfire, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah.
So. Anybody remember Michelle Shocked? Michelle Shocked?
Maybe.
She had a huge career, didn't she, for a bit? And then it's all gone quiet. But this is one of hers. Me and my friends and this guy named Eddie, we was bored one afternoon. We were sitting in the hay, it was a hot Texas day, and we'd be playing with matches like some kids do. We'd throw our matches in the hot, dry grass and close our eyes and count to 10. Then we'd race the burning field, doing the toe, doing the heel, and we'd die laughing and do it all over again. Where there's smoke, there's sure to be a fire. Ready, steady, go. We was down to the wire. We was racing inevitability. We were making trouble for the VFD.
That's the volunteer fire department. They drove from 15 miles away, and when they arrived, I am sorry to say that the field was black and the sky was gray. And you know them barns they store the hay in? Where there's smoke, there's sure to be a fire. Ready, steady, go, we was down to the wire. We was racing inevitability. We were making trouble for the VFD. The volunteers all shook their heads, and then I recall one of them said, this fire was no accident, no. This fire started with a match. We slowly backed into the crowd. Me and Eddie, we looked at each other. We never mentioned it to this day. But my friend, she went and told her mother, oh Jesus, can you believe that? She said, where there's smoke, there's sure to be a fire. Ready, steady, go, we was down to the wire. We was racing inevitability. We were making trouble for the VFD. We was raising insurance premiums all around Kelsey.
When winter's icy fingers first pursue you down the street, and your boots no longer lie about the cold around your feet, do you spare a thought for the summer whose passage is complete, whose memories lie in ruins and whose ruins lie in sleet, when the winter comes howling in?
Well, obviously, it says what it says in the tin. I'm Doug Armstrong. I'm one of the co-founders of Street Arts. My colleague Jackie's over there, and the third member is my good lady. And as Spoz said earlier on, we try and look after the homeless in Stratford. We try and do what we can, and we work with several agencies who I'm really pleased to say are represented here tonight. So thank you for coming, guys. So, yeah, we look after the homeless the best we can. This project here, though, was for homeless, socially isolated and vulnerable, and it's taken probably 2 years to complete because of COVID, and it's been one hell of a journey, ups and downs, but that's life, isn't it? Absolutely. So if you would like to buy a CD, make your way there. Spoz has also got some books there as well, and he'd like the money because obviously he's been suffering the last couple of years as well. But I appreciate everybody coming along, and we'd like your support in the future because we don't have a lot of money. We get supported by a group called Socks and Chocks, a Birmingham-based factory, I was going to say, charity. And the project tonight was funded by our wonderful town trust. So a big hand for the town trust.
My folks are Italian. And they came to this country. Mum came in 1956, Dad came in 59, and they got married, and I'm one of the results. They were very poor in the south of Italy, and it was proper nasty stuff going on. And I'm just so grateful they got the opportunity to come over here. Like so many people have, it's just so sad to see so many people now getting far too vocal about people moving around the world and going, ooh, go back to where you come from. Oh, what you doing landing up on the Kent beaches? Turn the dinghy round, push them back out. and horrible stuff like that. And these sort of people seem to weaponize homelessness against refugees and asylum seekers. And all I want to say is, folks, help everyone that needs help. Don't be selective. You don't need to be. You can do it all. For the cost of one number 10 party, we could house so many people. This is a little poem, goes like this. To resemble someone of stature or to capture a feature that rouses rapture could be classed as a wonderful thing. Perhaps you're the image of Martin Luther King, or perhaps Gandhi or John Lennon or Kate Bush or Bob Marley. Me? I look a bit like the great Joe Pasquale. Don't I? Yeah. But that's okay, because he's a nice guy. So don't try and belittle me, because both Joe and I have an affinity with Italy, and I've been there. That speck of an Italian village where Mom and Dad came from, like that nugget from heaven. And I'm wondering if it's the same one that they left behind. Jeez, were Mom and Dad blind? Though I guess things are never quite what they seem, because it's a pig being the cat that never gets the cream. So it's arrivederci campagna and buongiorno brum. I'm so glad that Mom and Dad had decided to come to the UK to start a new life in a new way, because if they'd have decided to stay, I could have been herding goats now. With my farming know-how that I would have acquired had their work permits expired, or they'd chosen not to be part of that labour migration that made my mum and dad foreigners in this nation. And didn't they know it? So it's hi-ho, it's off to work, there you go. Treat him hard, he's a wop, treat her rough, she's a dago. It's tough trying to work and pick up a language when all you want is a panini to make her the sandwich. Then us kids come along and it's school days anew. The Catholic nuns changed our names because Giovanni won't do. We'll call you John. It's much easier to say. It's what the English translation is anyway. You can call him what you like when you're in your own home. But as you Italians say, when in Rome. Now, don't shed a tear. Don't pass around the tissues. Because I'm wondering if Joe Pasquale had to face the same issues of funny name taunts in his neighbourhood, thanks to Enoch Powell and his rivers of blood. Anyway, Giovanni fades, but John works hard in class, heads down and study, and I hope that I pass my exams. So, what were Mum and Dad's plans? Well, they didn't want me following in their tracks. Long hours, hard labour, sweating blood, breaking their backs. A wecka with the... Oh, right, this will be my mum's accent. Right, I'll try and do my mum's accent. Trigger warning, bad Italian accent coming up. A wecka with your brain, I get the good to pay, and I save a bit of money for the rainy day. I get a nicer house, and I get a nicer car, and I don't waste too much time with the play the guitar. So that's nearly what I did, and that's really why I'm here, to pay homage to two stalwarts and all I hold dear. The definition of the axis upon which I revolve is down to their courage, their strength, and resolve. And that's my poem. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you are in for a treat. The All-Star Street Arts Project Band, consisting of the support band, Nigel Clark, Jack Blackman, Wes Finch, Dom James, and a sneaky little performance from Rebecca Hallworth. But let's big it up for the three main guys, Pat, Lawrence, and Jonas. Ladies and gentlemen, the band.
The songs, record the songs, and to get here right now. These songs were written about true stories that have happened during the last 3 years, were they not? So it's a real pleasure for us to play from them for you today. This one Lawrence wrote. I think it was called Boat Ride, isn't it? Is it Boat Ride?
Yeah. Boat Ride.
So this is a kind of fun song
We wrote one Thursday a couple of years ago just to make ourselves laugh, really, and we started playing it and we got into the laugh and we managed to finish it. So it's called Boat Ride. Over to you, Jack.
Broken home, no bus, a golden train, just because I'm insane. Blue and red, every saying I'm a heavy lead, it's all going by too fast. Bonnie and Clyde, nothing on me. A boat rides, I feel free. A boat rides, better than a car. A cruising on, nothing far. Just because I'm insane.
All right, this next one was written by Pat, who's at the back there, hiding. And it's sung by Wes. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Where it all began. After all these years, I never found you again. Maybe I'll find you again. And before the gates, where I found myself, I say a prayer for you. Maybe I'll see you again. Many years gone by, I light a candle for you. Years gone by, you're all I know. I'll keep your memory if you remember me. Our love will forever be gone by. They're all I know.
Thank you.
So both those songs are on the latest album. There are 2 albums. This is our 2nd album release. So that's very exciting. Feel like a proper thing. A real thing. Without a name. This is our first gig we've ever done together with drums. This is Dom, by the way.
Dom mixed the album as well.
And Dom mixed the album. What is next?
I'll Wait For You. This one is called I'll Wait For You. This features Rebecca.
Oh, yeah.
Say hi to Rebecca. Ready? That sounds right.
Okay, sorry. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello. Sitting by the water on a midsummer day, trying to hook a line, waiting for something to come my way, but I must have missed the sign. Ripples on the water, birds in the sky, casting my stars, can't come down, flying high. Maybe someday we will all understand what it's like to be a woman, what it's like to be a man. I'll wait for you a long time, can't get you out of my mind. Wait for you on my mind, can't get you off of my mind.
Sitting by the water on a hot summer day, trying to hook a line, waiting for something to come my way. Must have been a sign. Ripples on the water, birds in the sky, casting my stone, can't come count flying high. Maybe someday we will all understand what it's like to be a woman, what it's like to be a man. Wait for you a long time,
Can't get you out of my mind. Sitting on the water on a midsummer day,
can't get you
trying to hook a line, waiting for something to come my way, but I must have missed the sign.
Wow.
You got the chords? Thank you. Let's have a big hand for Wares on bass. Jonas on rhythm guitar back here. Lawrence on vocals. And Pat on guitar. This one was written by Pat as well. And this is a drinking song.
And this is Jack on guitar and vocal. Meet yourself.
Not even a bottle of whiskey can help my blues, and I know I'm never ever gonna lose my way down that railway line. You said you sold your soul for rock and roll before the morning light. You paid that toll, now you'll be waiting for a long, long time. But it's not how it was before, can't be the same no more. Running round trying to settle some old score you started long ago. And it's not how it was before. Drove a Rolls Royce into the swimming pool, and I was never gonna follow any rules. If you don't try, how can you ever know? In my dreams I'm in the back of a limousine, setting fire to this guitar and the music scene. But it ain't up to you how far you're gonna go. But it's not how it was before, can't be the same no more. Things changed when she walked out that door. She never said why she had to go. And it's not how it was before. A woman I knew treated me unkind. She left my money, but she took my mind. 'Cause sometimes that's the price you have to pay. So I'll be going down them crossroads to meet you again. And this old world ain't gonna be the same tomorrow as it was today. But it's not how it was before, can't be the same no more. Running around trying to settle some old score you started long ago. And it's not how it was before, can't be the same no more. Things changed when she walked out that door. She never said why she had to go. It's not how it was before. No, it's not how it was before.
How it was before. It's not how it was before.
This next one is the single that we released. It's had a lot of radio play.
Did it come out today?
Yesterday. BBC played it. BBC introducing. And other places
Next
as
thing,
well.
Top of the Pops.
Top of the Pops next.
This is Jonas's song, right?
Does anyone remember? Yeah, this is Jonas's song.
Let's hear it for Jonas. He wrote the single.
Bit slower, this one.
I couldn't get out of bed. I went to sleep late last night. I don't want to play guitar. I want to stay here till it's not light. So don't keep calling, I won't pick up the phone. Don't want to see anyone, I just need to be alone. Wake me up tomorrow and I see how I feel. Wake me up tomorrow and I hope I feel real. When I'm dreaming, I've had enough of real life. Just leave me to sleep here where these things can go right. So don't keep calling, I won't pick up the phone. Don't want to see anyone, I just need to be alone. Wake me up tomorrow and I'll see how I feel. Wake me up tomorrow and I hope I feel real. Yeah. Wake me up tomorrow and I see how I feel. Wake me up tomorrow and I hope I feel real. So don't keep calling, I won't pick up the phone. Just wanna see anyone, I just need to be alone. Wake me up tomorrow and I see how I feel. Wake me up tomorrow and I hope I feel real. Wake me up tomorrow and I see how I feel. Wake me up tomorrow and I hope I feel real. Feel real. Yeah, I hope I feel real. Yeah, I hope I feel real. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, 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 yep, tomorrow.
Thank you. Okay, Pat's gonna do a song for you. This is an anti-war song. Ready?
You know, back when I was younger, I lived in Coventry. Get our troops out of Ireland, I often used to see. Written on the side of buildings around the city. I asked all the marchers, they never told me what it means. Maybe it's not for me to say, but I just don't think it's right. Why does it have to be this way? They shouldn't have to fight. Brother killing brother, how long will it last? Holding hatred for each other, they forget about the past. Many families grieving, both sides of the tracks. They watched them as they were leaving, they never came back. Maybe it's not for me to say, but I just don't think it's right. Why does it have to be this way? It shouldn't have to fight. Now that I am older, it makes me sad to see. Violence is still raging around the city. Brother killing brother, police brutality. We be the same as one another when we find peace. Maybe it's not for me to say, but I just don't think it's right. Why does it have to be this way? They shouldn't have to fight. They shouldn't have to fight.
This is the last one. Well, there you go. I mean, this is a little taster. So
You have to
maybe
buy the album.
when you buy the album and you get used to singing along, we'll do another gig, and then we can carry this great bit of work on. So massive thanks to Street Arts for putting it on. For Doug, who was collated. We're like cats. He's very good at herding cats and getting us here on a Thursday and to do the songs. And here he is. You see? He's herding us again. So Doug, thank you so much. From behalf of everybody, I think, you're a great guy. You've done so much for the people. I wish every county or every city and town needs a Doug. So that's a true fact, you know. So this is a song that we wrote on our first album. It's called We're All Gonna Get There in the End. And Doug, do you want to say a little bit about this song?
Well, actually, before we start, does anybody remember a place called The Link? It was the drop-in centre, and it was closed. Well, there's a lady back there, a legendary lady, who ran it single-handedly. And that woman put up with an awful lot and stood up for these guys. And I mean stood up, put her head above the parapet and fought for them. She also fought for us to put money, to get money and funding. And that's how we first started for it 4 years ago. So big hand for Ann Johnson. And this song is about a guy called Lee. And Lee used to come into the link and he'd sit there, comatose. He frightened Jack out of his socks one night because Jack was doing a guitar lesson one day, and out of the shower came Lee in his underpants to get a new outfit from the rail in the room that Jack was teaching his lesson. And Jack thought, what the hell have I got myself into here? But Lee often came and he listened, and this song is about Lee, who actually died on the streets. We found out afterwards he was a prize fighter. He was a traveller and a prize fighter. And he actually wrote a poem, and if you get our first album, you'll see the poem in. But this is dedicated to Lee, also to Bryn and Paul, who we lost on the journey as well here.
Ready?
Some get there early, and some make it late. Some make the best of it, and others make mistakes. Some have good intentions, and some fall from grace. But we're all gonna get there in the end. Yeah, we're all gonna get there in the end. Some find it early, others fail to say. Some are stuck in the middle with nothing to say. And some make excuses, and others drift away. But we're all gonna get there in the end. So we all say goodbye to our friend. Did you ever realize that we cared for you? You always had good advice when we spoke to you. You always kept to yourself and always tried to help. That's why we're gonna miss you. Some choose their own path, and some travel blind. Some embrace the world and all mankind. Some get there early, but some get there late. But we're all gonna get there in the end. All gonna get there in the end. So we all say goodbye to our friends.
think this is the first time we've met for a long time in 2 hours rehearsal. So if you want to book us, we're going on the road. Come and see me. I get 25%, of course. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sack this evening, Jen Waghorn. Here she is.
Oh, I don't deserve that. That was wonderful. Thank you very much. What amazing poetry as well, everybody. Isn't he fantastic? And I won't mind at all if you're sort of trying to pick a moment to go to the stall of stuff for the books and the CDs. I won't sort of clock you and think, what are they doing in the middle of the set? If that is the time, go and do it. Go and buy them if you haven't already. I'm sad to say I'm not going to recite any Shakespeare for you tonight. I bet you're relieved. Oh, I bet there are some better Shakespearean actors than me in the audience. So I do a lot of sort of trad folk. I do bits of swing and blues and other bits, but I'm sticking with some trad folk and some originals tonight. So it's a little more gentle, and then we're going to get a little bit more rebellious and piratey and a little bit boozy at the end. And I'm warning you now, there will be audience participation, so flee now. But we're going to start with a tune which sounds Scottish, but it's Irish, and it's called Inisheer. And Inisheer is a little island off the coast of Ireland. There's a little tiny speck in the Atlantic Ocean. And the water's pretty calm, and there are seals sunbathing even in January, apparently. Yeah, it's a pretty beautiful piece and a pretty beautiful place. So if it's been a busy week, it's a Saturday night, just chill and imagine yourself on a boat going to Inisheer. Thank you very much. Thank you. You can't see my little box of tricks, but I'm sort of looping with myself a little bit. I'm not loading up all that. I'm not building up every track tonight, otherwise we'll be here till tomorrow morning. So I loaded some guitar on this earlier. Let's have a look what else we've got. I'm going to do a traditional English song for you now. Some trad English folk, which seems to be a bit rarer than Irish and Scottish, but it's still there. And this is called Let No Man Steal Your Time. It was made pretty famous or popular by Anne Briggs, who was an old folk singer. And it's about the perils of having a man do things to you that you later regret. And time is meant to be the herb. So don't let any man steal your time. And I've changed the lyrics a little bit to be to sort of fall on the men, because I think it's a bit unfair that the women should be blamed for having their time stolen. So there's various different, thank you, various different plant and herbal references in this. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Come, all you fair and tender boys, who flourish in your prime. Beware, beware, keep your garden fair, and steal no poor girl's time, and steal no poor girl's time. Will the gardener's son was standing by, and 3 flowers he gave to me, the pink, the blue, and the violet true, and the red, red rosy tree. but I disdain the red rose bush, and I chose the willow tree, so that all the world might plainly see how that man slighted me, how that boy slighted me. Come, all you fair and tender boys, who flourish in your prime, beware, beware, keep your garden fair, and steal no poor girl's time, and steal no poor girl's time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, Johnny be fair and Johnny be fine, and he wants me for to wed. And I would marry Johnny, but my father up and said, I'm sorry to tell your daughter what your mother never knew, but Johnny is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Well, will he be tall and will he be fine, and he wants me for to wed. And I would marry Willie, but my father up and said, I'm sorry to tell your daughter what your mother never knew, but Willie is another son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Well, Danny be tall and Danny be fine, and he wants me for to wed. And I would marry Danny, but my father up and said, I'm sorry to tell your daughter what your mother never knew, but Danny is another son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Well, never was there a girl so sad and sorry as I was. The boys in town, they're all my kin, and my father is the cause. Well, I'll not be contented for to die a single miss. I think I'll go to mother and complain to her of this. Oh, daughter, haven't I taught you to forgive and to forget? So your father sowed his oats, but still you should not fret. Now he might be the father to all the boys in town, but still he is not the one who sired you, so marry who you will. Thank you. Thank you very much. By a Canadian woman, Buffy St. Marie. She's fantastic. All right, I'm going to do a couple of mine now. And we're going to go down to a graveyard in Southwark, because it's quite a chilly sort of time of year, and the nights draw in. So instead of warming you all by the fire like Generation Jones, who were very kind, I'm going to take you out to the cold graveyard, and we're going to have a dance at 4 a.m. with some ghosts of the local theatre where a Stratford boy happens to have written a couple of plays, which are all right. And some of his friends as well. This is the Crossbones Waltz. The Crossbones was a graveyard, unconsecrated graveyard for all the people in Southwark who didn't managed to get a Christian burial, including all the sex workers, who were, of course, presided over by the Bishop of Winchester. Naturally, they were called Winchester geese, and they weren't given a full burial. And the site is now, Crossbones Graveyard is now a sort of shrine to all the people, hundreds of people who got buried there for quite a lot of years. So this is sort of imagining people coming to life and having a bit of a second shot at 4 in the morning. You might notice there are some extra musicians in the loop pedal. They're all me, but just earlier on. Not today. It's quicker than doing it all tonight. In an old Southwark graveyard at 3:45, Gloriana, she waits by the charnel house door as the moon slips his fingers through the cast iron gate. She hugs her cloak closer, for her lover is late. There's a waltz to be danced just before the cock crows to quicken the spirit and rattle the bones of the folks gets regarded, rejected, discarded by the kingpins of Southwark who traded their souls. From the stones comes a whisper, listen close or you'll miss her. Gloriana's lost sister, the Duchess, awakes as a sweet echo sound gathers strength and rebound, calling all to the dance where the crossed bones embrace. Ah, the Winchester geese are unfurling their wings. Gloriana stands ready as the Duchess she sings. For the lost and deserted, the salvation averted in the old Southwark graveyard. The dance it begins. depths of the dark silhouettes, a man dressed in motley joins his lover at last. At his prince's behest, he's made many a jest. Now they share the same earth, and he had the last laugh. Let the playwrights paint fictions and ghastly depictions, breathing life into art, into death once more. If the whole world's a stage, then the souls of the sage, with their stories unfinished, deserve their encore. There's an epilogue. Thank you. In the old Southwark graveyard, as the echoes they fade, Gloriana and Yorick link their arms, slip away. There is no chance of kissing, for the heads are both missing. But their skulls still spin stories in some tragical play. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm trying to get a friend of mine to do an animated video for that, but it's very hard to do a whole dance between Gloriana and Yorick and not give away the fact that they don't have any heads. It's difficult. She'll manage it somehow. I'm just going to check the levels on this so I don't blast everything out. There we go. I've got a couple more for you unless Doug gets a large butterfly net out and pulls me off the stage for going on for too long. He's got the patience of a saint, has Doug. He's fantastic. Let's give him another round of applause. He's wonderful. What a star. Yeah, there's so much that happens in this town that wouldn't without him. And he never sticks his face all over the front of it. So, yeah, fantastic. I'll do a couple more. I'll do another original one. And we're taking to sea now, the pirates. This is a song about the two female pirates, Mary Read and Anne Bonny. Everything in this song is based on contemporary accounts of them, which are probably true. Yeah. And, they both went to sea. They were both disguised as men. They went separately. They met up. One fell in love with the other, thought she was a man, decided to reveal herself, and discovered she's actually a woman. So we don't know whether that changed the fact she still fancied her. Probably still did. Why not? So they fought with alongside Calico Jack Rackham, who had very fancy trousers, but not a lot of sailing sense. And when they got captured, eventually the two women were the only ones who fought. And in the dock, Anne Bonny said to Jack Rackham, if you'd fought like a man, you would have not have died like a dog. Very sorry, but that's all there is to it. So tons of sympathy there. Anyway, this is Bonny and Reed. Here we go. London was where a soldier she had been, but as she sailed on to the Caribbean, pirates stopped the ship and said, we're killing all of ye. Well, up she stepped and stopped the slaughter then, spoke a dozen languages until she saved them, and the pirate said, we could use a man like your board. Bugger that, there's nothing better than a woman with a sword. Down on your knees, better beg for mercy. Get away from Mary Read with a cutlass in your teeth. So you're pressing down on your knees, better beg for mercy. Get away from Mary Read of the terror of the seas. Anne Bonny left her home in fair Dublin, sailed sailed off to Nassau, where Jack Rackham took her in, and as a man she kept his ship in line till she spied a handsome crewmate and said, oh, that boy is mine. Well, Anne approached the boy and told the tale to share the woman's secret, but it was of no avail, for the lad said, oh, a lover I don't need, but I'll be your right-hand woman, 'cause my name is Mary Read. Down on your knees, better beg for mercy, clear the way for Bonnie and live in innocent. Well, they sent every boy standing in the Caribbean. For 5 long years they captured every ship, all the terrors of the sea. One night the crew were drinking rum with Jack when a deadly privateer vessel mounted an attack. He and Bonnie both set firm to fight. The Rackham and his men, they hid in the hold with fright. Well, Reed, she fired a pistol at her crew, saying, stand and fight, you cowards, or we've got more balls than you. But when the ship was captured, both the women said, we're pregnant, you can't hang us, kill that bastard Jack instead. Down on your knees, there's no hope of mercy. If you're still with Bonnie and me, oh, you'll be walking free. If you fought like a man, you would not have died like a dog. As it is, you'll swing like a fool. We will watch you Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to leave you. We're going to stay at sea. But you're going to come with me on this one. And we're going to do a song, which is a hauling song, which the sailors used to do to get the ropes up, because it's always easier doing something if you're singing in a rhythm together. So I'm going to finish on Whiskey is the Life of Man. And I'll tell you your part in a second. But firstly, thanks again to everybody who's put this evening together. The Street Arts Project are an absolute force of nature. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And some cracking music as well. They're brilliant. Thanks to Doug and all the organisers. And thanks to Phil on sound, who's put up with me and my little box. This is a fantastic job as always. But yeah. So, you thought you'd get away with it. Your part is Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, whiskey, 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 oh, jazz hands are obligatory. Yeah, that's it. So let's do that again. I'll sing it a couple of times. Join in when you feel confident. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, whiskey, 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 oh, yes! Look at all those jazz hands. Oh, you're committed now. This song has 300 verses. I hope you're now kidding. There's only 3. We'll do it one more time and then we'll get going. All right. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, whiskey, 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 oh, beautiful. Up I love this yard must go, come rise him up from down below. Whiskey is the life of man. Whiskey from an old tin can. I like whiskey hot and strong, and I'll drink whiskey all day long. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, whiskey, 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 oh, yes, up love this yard must go, come rise him up from down below. I drink it hot, I'll drink it cold. I'll drink it new, I'll drink it old. Some like whiskey, some like beer. I wish I had a barrel. Here we go! Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, whiskey, whiskey, oh. Up I love this yard must go, come rise him up from down below. If whiskey comes too near my nose, it's up she comes and down she goes. Glass full for every man, and a barrel full for the shanty man. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, whiskey, 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 oh. I must go, come rise him up from down below. One more time, oh, whiskey, oh, Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh, Johnny, oh, rise him up from down below. Whiskey, oh, Johnny, oh, whiskey, 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 oh. Must go, come rise him up from down below. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's me.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Jen.
Thank you.
That was oh my days. Oh, sorry, I got a little bit carried away there. That was marvelous. Well, folks, that's it. That's it. That's it. The evening has come to a marvelous end. I just want to say a massive thank you to all you lot, really, for coming along. Because it's horrible playing to an empty house. But it's been really great. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. And keep the applause going for Generation Jones, who started us off. The Street Arts Project Band. And Jen Waghorn, who just finished off there. That's brilliant. Thank you so much to all the Street Arts Project folks, to Doug, to Kate, to everyone, and Deputy, have we got the title right? Deputy Lord Mayor? No? Yeah? Just the deputy. Last time I saw you, you were dressed as an elf. Less said about that, the better, actually. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for coming along. Don't forget, the blue buckets are still there if you've got any loose change you need to get rid of. Books, there's 1 or 2 books left. There's CDs left. Please make purchases on the way out if you can. That would be marvellous. Apart from that, thank you so much for coming along. Thanks to Phil up there on the desk as well, mate. Cheers, mucker. And thank you to everyone at the Playhouse here. Keep supporting live events. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Don't listen to anyone else. All right, folks, take care. See you soon.
Walk on, walk on, walk on.